The primary goal for lupus treatment and management is to prevent poor long-term outcomes and to minimize disease damage. Early diagnosis and intervention is key. We really tailor the approach by what organs are involved in any particular patient, by what treatment algorithms we'll use to treat the patient. We have our first new medicine in quite a long time approved for lupus. It's obinutuzumab. It's an infusion. It is very similar to an older medicine that did not show efficacy for lupus, but is still often used off-label with fairly good results. I think if you look at smaller studies, the older medicine being rituximab can work for lupus patients, but obinutuzumab, which works in a similar but different enough way to be much more efficacious, has really shown outstanding benefits for our patients affected by lupus nephritis or lupus kidney disease. We are very nascent in our CAR T endeavors here at Northwestern. We have patients in Europe that are now year 4 in drug-free remission, which for a patient with severe refractory systemic lupus just would have been unheard of a few years ago. We're going to be part of a phase 3 clinical trial looking at a bispecific T-cell engager for lupus that in early development has shown promise. We are a site for CAR T therapy for autoimmunity, and patients that receive this modality have a long-term drug-free remission, and they had severe refractory lupus. CAR T therapy is a very intensive therapy. It may not necessarily be right for all patients, so we need to have all modalities available to us in our armamentarium. Really having a full toolkit will help us approach personalized medicine for the average lupus patient, where we can really be mindful of the disease manifestations. We're collaborating broadly across the institution to really bring cutting-edge modalities here at Northwestern Medicine for our lupus patients. We currently have dedicated resources from both rheumatology and oncology to bring cell-based therapies, particularly CAR T, but also bispecific T-cell engagers, NK therapy, to patients that suffer from various autoimmune diseases. We currently have 3 CAR T trials open for our lupus patients. So a patient would donate their own T-cells. Those would be genetically modified at a pharmaceutical company and then sent back to us here at Northwestern so that the patients can get infused with those cells. The other CAR T clinical trial is what we call allogeneic, so that uses donated T cells that have been genetically modified. The great part about looking at allogeneic is that we don't have to spend all of that time harvesting and growing the cells off campus, which can really cut down time that it takes to get patient cells. Another potential modality that we'll be offering is a bispecific T-cell engager, but we're also looking at small molecules for moderate to severe lupus. For a very long time, we didn't have targeted biologics for lupus, and now there's so much more on the horizon. The idea that a patient can have a drug-free remission is not anything that we ever thought could be possible, and now it seems like it's within reach.